Welcome back. So we're still stuck at day 9 part 1 and is mostly actually I don't know quite what it is, but I wish to find the edge cases. Let's take a look at what precisely is blocking me. God damn it, my tablet is... Okay. So in this case, actually I should print out also the unpacked disk before I do anything. Alright, so we swap 99 with the first three dots. That looks good. The 37s with another three dots. 44 with the three dots, then 2 with a single dot. That looks fine to me. I should just copy this and take a look. Yeah, this is precisely what's going on. Now the rest instinct that I have is to put a thread. So I'm not gonna put the packed and the unpacked one because that was gonna take a while. But I'm gonna keep what's being print, and we take a look if somewhere there's some kind of edge case. And we will run it kind of fast with like a 200 milliseconds, so I can take a look. Yeah, wait a second. This space is definitely not enough, right? Well, there you go. What's my condition? I believe it should be... Yeah, the get space coordinate. Space dot len bigger than size. Let's print this out as well. Space size space.len, and at the same time num size. Oh, my bad. Damn, I wish Rust had a better way to print stuff. Yeah, see, after a while it gets to 3, so that's fine. Actually, rather than printing that, I should be printing this. So the print, second print should be like, oh, a little bit more space. Right, so this will be 3, and the num would be 2. So in this case, everything gets correct. But once I get to the input, right off the bat, I see my space size is 8. My name size is supposed to be 7. What is it? So that's interesting. Which then means that my coordinates for my coordinates are fucked up. Actually, every side's fucked up in some way. But there you go. What the fuck is going on? Because this ain't 8 numbers. Okay, for now. I woke up until I find my number, right? Yeah, I should put some semicolon here because otherwise the formatter will always add this stupid shit over here. And I would want to print these steps. Because there's something I'm not considering with this I. Steps. Hey, calm the fuck down. Alright. Yeah, no, that's gonna take a while. So this is the first hit. Wait, why am I not getting a second hit? Alright. If it's the last one, probably never getting a second hit over that. Okay, first hit is... Okay, so the first one never hits, but the first hit here is 952 and this is 957. Also, by the way, what the fuck is this? 898989. So if this also gets scrambled, it isn't even the same. There's a lot of problems here. Like a lot. think I'm gonna pretty print the unpack and crash and see if my unpacked does anything that's peculiar. Oh, right, but these are... Yeah. I think... Don't even see the whole input. I probably want to panic. Like, let's say after... Let's spin the first 100 iteration and see. There you go. Okay, now it looks like it's working kinda like intended. Because it would be 10, 10, 10, 11, 11, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and so on and so forth. Alright, my damn ass, this is not necessarily a one digit. That's why I'm fucking up, because I'm checking one digit at a time. But rather, I should be checking... Well, now that's become suddenly an interesting problem. So simply the get ID coordinates don't work. The get ID, the bots should still work, but the cord not. So rather than checking one at a time, I should probably grab a numeric sequence. I should probably grab the sequence. Actually, let's save up that number and find it straight up inside the array. then see where that goes. Like my first instinct would be simply to make this array a string. So I can unpack this stringify and search that specific string by keeping trace of that, because otherwise then I have to check one by one and I can't check an entire number over there. Or I can, the other way to not use regex is I could make an array with the whole numbers concatenated and just search in that array the concatenated. Rather, I don't even need to search. I can just reverse search and give the positions. Yeah, that's the easy way. So I can remove the panic and the print and also this. Actually, what is this supposed to do? Right. When I'm doing my array, which is going to be here, I should also let mutable nums pause. And this should be a custom type struct. We would say numbers, numberbers, not that, numbers. Yeah. And that this type should have a U64 or say usides, should be num usides, and should have some chords, which will always be a usides and a usides. Now this number, which would be numbers, nope. Okay, numbers. And this numbers. Okay, so this is my type. At this point, when I'm doing this and I'm pushing it, I can check if I'm pushing a val. I can then push the current I or the first I here. So let's so this would be the same idea that I had under here, which would be push the same number and unify it. Make like a function that would push one number and it would be like Yeah, that will check my ID, but I want... because my ID will be repeated a long as time, so I want to push the first position, which is here. I put my ID. Okay, and by the way, this is a mute. How does this work without being a mute? Interesting. Anyway, this would be my actually TMP2. So TMP2 would my coordinate 0 would be this I. Right. So actually, rather than that, it would be over here, right? From 0 to L is how many times did I push it? And I should do the trick of the pushed to do it only at the beginning and at the end. Because I would want it to be like numbers, like a TMP that so that coordinate at 0 would be equal to unpack this dot len. Same goes here, but in two different positions. So let mute hit. Actually, I don't even need to hit. I'm gonna say if j equals 0, then this is the first one. And if j equals L minus 1, hit the left minus 1. All right, so we have the coordinates. And we would want to stack the number in a string. Let mute tmp3, which will be a string. And we will push the number and stack it up. Makes me wonder if it'd be easier to just make this into a string and regex it up. Yeah, if I'm struggling, like after half an hour, I'm just gonna transform the unpack disk into a regex and find the match with its coordinates. Should be way easier. Probably. I still have to... Oh, I have to just find the digits, right? Find a digit and find where it starts position, end position. Or if I get the position, I just add how long the string is. That also works. Anyway, now that unpack disk in TMP3, I need to rename them correctly. So this would be like disk or space. This would be num chords. This would be num accumulator. So my num accumulator should be plus equal to from usides to string Rust. Value to string. Disco space to string. Say less, brother. Say less. Okay. And by the end of this, if my num accumulator is different than an empty string, we should unparse it and put it in the as my coordinate. So for the love of God, I know, like I don't do it long enough to remember it. But there's a parse method. Trim parse expect. So num accumulator dot the fuck. So num coordinates dot num is equal to num accumulator dot trim dot parse dot expect, not a number. And then our accumulator should be equal to this. We will reset it to string, obviously. All right, let's see what we have here. Rather, I still have to. Is this called numpos? Dot push num chords. I really hate this guy. Equals back. What do you mean it's never read? Stupid. Okay. So for L in num false. Wait, but I didn't save them as a set of unique numbers. So yeah, this is stupid. I'm gonna take a look at what's going on, but I think this is stupid. Yeah, this is just so much harder than just... Okay. Now the next idea, actually, now that I know the problem, I can just say a couple of these and get a working example without getting so mad, right? Yeah, so see 17, 17, 17. So this is more than enough to get me going. Okay. In this case, 18. So 18 would normally work, which is fine, but 17 doesn't because it has to have better spaces because I hit my 17 here and I don't hit it anywhere else. And I don't want to regex it, but I'm gonna regex it. Which means this unpacked disk should be converted back to a string. This is rather either a dot or a... But it doesn't matter really what it is, right? Because at the end of the day, it's still going to be a string. So let mute string disk. And string disk is plus equal l dot to string as string. Okay. Dot iter deref string var. Okay. So now that we have the string version, we can regex it, find the position, the match position, the match of the string, add up the position with the match of the string, and we're golden. Like this get ID coordinate. Should at this point use the unpack this because it's useless. So we're going to comment it. We're going to comment it over here as well, and it will be let ID. It will be the same idea, but this time we will simply get him the number, so the L.0. Okay, we are going to generate the function, which will simply return our coordinate as usides. So in the same fashion as before. Okay, then, at this point, this is a regex. Actually, is there something that, so Rust finds substring in string? Is there something, well, I need the ID, but I need also the, what did they call it? String disk. Right. Contains Rust docs. Is there any find in the string? Docs API string. I refuse to believe that there's not any find. Does the byte index for the first size for the match of the pattern in the string slice, but it does none if the pattern doesn't match. Yes. So I can find. Well, this isn't actually what I want. That was the range that substring points to. Experimental, yeah. Oh, there's a match. Facilitator of the disjoint matches of a pattern within the given slice. But we're getting close. Matches abc dot collect. I don't have the. I need the something of line of finds. Okay, methods clear, drain from, insert, remove, replace, retrain, shrink, contains. Returns true if a given pattern in substring is contained. Returns false. Well, I don't need the contain. Starts with. I know that there is, that the string exists. Oh no, it's this one. So it should be find, which will then make us our string ID would be equal to ID dot to string of that. And then our then we can get the first char over here. So let chord equals 0, 0. And my first chord that I can unwrap it because I know for a fact this should work. So string disk dot find my string ID and unwrap it. Sure. Or rather, I actually should want it to say that first ID equals. My first ID would be equal to this guy, young till here. Start. And will then be start plus length minus 1. And there will be start and should be something of the sorts. Figured as much. Wait, what? Oh, no. Wait. This isn't, not its shift. This is a use size. Oh, right, wait a minute. At this point, isn't this easier to work with strings? Yeah, because I'm inserting one at a time. So this won't work. But I could just work it out all with strings, can't I? I could just make all the substitution by the string standards. So find my interested string. Find a match before that works out. So find a string, find a place that is before this, and reset. All of this is ready. Actually, no, I need the. I don't need the coordinates. The problem with that is how do I substitute it in a comfortable manner? Because let's say I hit an 18 and I match something that it is. I need to match as many dots as that string, so that should work. Yeah, this is better. So we don't need. Let's do a small push, by the way, just so we can conserve My madness. String by diversion. There you go. Now that would actually this is all printing methods. This is substitution, we don't need that anymore. Alright then. Out here. Honestly, this is so simple that I don't even need another function. I can just do it here. And all of this, by the way, doesn't even need to exist anymore. I'm just gonna keep the pretty print. Right then. Yep. And at this point, we would only want to find the first position. Let's do it by small bytes. Yeah, this is just sleeping here. Yeah, good. So let's do it in small bytes. Step one is find the match. So let do I need the index? Yes, I do. So let num chords be 0, 0. Then will be let num start, it will be equal to string disk dot find my l dot to it didn't string l dot 0. What was this? L dot 0 to string. Good. And this is an option you cite. We can, by the way, unwrap it because I know the number is there. I put it there. Okay. This is step one. We have the usites here. Then we will have to let num string equals because we need to get the length of this. Okay, good. Now we'd want to find something that is as long as this. So let's make a pattern that long. Or I guess we can just copy this and make him full of dots. Works either way. Let mutable num dots which will be equal to like an empty string. Now for I in numstring 0 up to numstring.len. I don't know why I call it lam dots. Dots dot push. Dots is plus equal to string as string. Now we don't know if there's a match, so we'll try to see the match. We get our match. It should work something like that. Let sum dot match equals string disk dot find dots, else we continue. Now if this dot match is before our number, so use sides. If dot match is less than num coordinate at 0, then we're going to print it out and see that everything works. So print ln our dot match and oops, our dot match and our second number, which is num string. Take a look what's going on. Absolutely nothing. Well. If this isn't so stupid, right? Because I'm pushing it up every time, but that doesn't mean anything. Yeah, this is not the correct answer. I'd rather just loop. At this point, I mean just I have to loop. Okay. I'm just gonna reverse it and loop, right? and take a short break, pick up a coffee, and get back to it. Okay, we're still back. Now, I believe that this method string doesn't work on any kind of regex, so it's time to get in my... time to cargo out regex. Didn't want it to, but we do. We need to. Okay, so this now then means that we would want let's copy some stuff here. Man, why don't my clipboard stuff works? Oh, fucking finally, man. Okay, so this works, and then we're gonna say like just use the clipboard. There you go. So the number regex and the start regex. Rather the dot regex. Of course, you can to import it for me. Thank you very much. How does this work? I remember that captures returns. Okay, so this is the iterator, not overlapping matches. Good. Now captures will give me an option of a match, and then there's the match. Okay, but I need good. Okay. As in before, I'm going to print it all out. I'm going to print every single one of those matches. So let's just take this up. This would be a number regex, and this would be a space regex. Just gonna print it out. Take a look that I'm printing out the actual numbers. It's gonna take a while. We're getting rusted. We're getting. Oh my god, I'm capturing the input. No, I'm capturing the string disk, please. Sure, borrow my life. Borrow my keys. Borrow my wife. 00. Okay. Everything looks solid. So we have now our string. The problem is, does this capture also tell me where? Like my match. What more should I know about these matches? The 11 is out. So behind. Regex. Rust. Like, is there any way to get the first position? Path linen online. Okay, looks like extract. Okay, no, in this case he's separated them by he separated them. I wanted to know how do I get the first position? Like, what does a capture group has as finding me the initial named capture, finding dates, simple capture, replace, propose, match, multiple, position. It might make such, for example, in the regex, the engine will look for occurrences and then try reverse match to find the start position. So clone bolos start. That's interesting. So num is going to be this. Then index is going to be num start. Is this the index? Yes. So this is 0. This is 5. Yes. Did I see an end over there? Please tell me there's an end. Oh my god. That's basically about it. Now, by this point, I just have to check that if there's any like what is it? Yes, I'm gonna find now the next thing that I want is to find a suitable position for the number. So I would want now to print any suitable position and then swap them out. To help my indentation, I'm gonna transform this into a else. It's going to be a continue. Well, we can I can remember this. Now that we have the num, we can collect its len. Actually, we can hand over its len and see if there's any suitable position. So that would be let some space equals C, else continue. This rather than C, this would equal to get space, which will receive my string disk, which probably won't work. Fuck. I already can. And my num dot len. Oh, that's very useful. Let me guess. Oh, okay. That can be arranged. I can borrow it twice. Okay. So the return should be a match. Don't quite know how to. I want its signature to be this. So let's try to just write that down. So like a match of some sorts. Okay. That looks good. Okay, so we have the len, which means, by the way, len minus 1, nah, it's len. So we're gonna make it bigger or equal. We will then use this regex and this iteration. Now, obviously, it's going to be a space rem. And obviously, we're going to check the C here. So when we have some actually be known by default. Very well. Now, if this space that we find, if space.len is bigger than len, then we can return space. Actually, we can return some space. Shockingly, looks good. At this point, I'm rather just printing both out. Keep the debugging. We're gonna print the num. God damn it. Don't know why. Where am I going? Here. So I'm gonna print the num, and I'm gonna print the space. I forgot also to check. I should be checking if it's long enough, but I also should be checking if it's before that. So num.start. Obviously, it's going to freak out. And that would mean that if it's bigger than len, but space.start, it also have to be less than start, because otherwise it won't work. My bad, dude, my bad. No, I'm not a string. By the way, this package is amazing. Can I say the biggest, a decent concern they have with Golang is that simply won't work quite nicely. Okay, this looks good. Now that I find everything, it's time to perform the swap. Fact is, if I replace, yeah, it should work, right? So string disk dot replace and replace all matches of a pattern with another string. This will be my num as str. This will be my space as str. Return something, my string. I figured that will sooner or later happen because I already knew that I was borrowing it inside the capture iter. So it was bound to be like that. Anyway, right, our string disk, string replace, and everything else. This means that at this point I can print my string, and I can thread slip it. Alright, won't stop. Let's make it a little bit slower. If I remember correctly, I can't quite swap them out, right? But I can make a hash that will keep track of everything. Can't I? Honestly, I hoped that this would work in my favor, but it doesn't work like that. How does replace work? Replace all matches of a pattern with another string. Like, this doesn't look like what I want. Alright, I forgot about the... I should reverse the capture iter.rev. Yeah, so this will capture it in this captures them in one order, which is not what I like. I should be capturing them in the opposite order and then do that. Okay, no harm done. So the LAN is going to get captured over here. I can just take all the matches and put it in a data. Let matches should be a vec and matches dot push my num. Of course, you're going to become immutable. And then for match for L in matches rev dot iter dot rev print ln. Actually, I can't print this because it's a match, but I can say a string. All right, this also doesn't work. I forgot about this part. Well, well, well. How about that? Now, I might be retarded because now that I think about it, am I putting the position over here? Yes, I am. Okay, so this is a problem. Is there any way that I can regex myself out of this? So in this case it would be fine, this case would be fine, this case would be fine. But if I put it like this case, right? And I could be off by 1. But like this shouldn't happen. Is there any way I can capture it? Guess I should be capturing my... Now at this point, I don't think even the regex is viable. Because then the regex will give me a lot of problems. Then back to the index it is. Too bad. I figured this would be squeaky simple, but like one way this works it would be to check like for one specific repeating pattern. So let's say 89, right? I want. Oh well. Oh yeah, but this would be different. I want it to be matched. Like let's say 888 999. Okay. So this would work. But let's say I have 1717 and I pick then 17. Well, I can just match the specific number, but as we said before, then there will be a lot of incoherent matches. I actually can. I do get my matches here. So I can get. All right, I can say let mute. Actually, I already have the checked IDs. Yeah. Okay, so that would mean that I would get my regex every time. So for ID inject, god damn it. No, wait a minute. This check ID, however, will only save like the one iteration. I need a let mute nums, which is going to be straight up initiated to a back. Then this is going to be repeated for every time, right? So my let tmp let num string equal to id dot to string. Honestly, I want to know what is to owned. Creates and data borrowed usually by calling. Sure. And my num string to owned. Shut up, compiler. So my name string to owned is going to be an empty one. We're always going to push my tmp.0. So that I'm pushing that a num string plus equal that's okay. I don't think it's very costly to transform it into string. So now string plus equal my id minus one to string as string, and then by the end of this if num string is non-empty, we just push it up. Actually, so call it num. Have another num. Nope. Num Okay. Num string dot push my num. Could be to back, my bad. It's immutable, of course. Okay. So by this point right now, let's print out our num string. Now I have exact matches, which means I don't need regex anymore. I probably do. The fuck is this? Grazie. Ciao ciao. Well, this doesn't look as good as I thought it would. What's going on exactly? Am I printing somewhere else? No, I'm not. Oh, right, my bad. Once I push, this should go back to be an empty string. I don't know, it get pushed to an empty string. And to get pass by pass, see what's going on here. Well, I mean, I can just say that. Can I just add one member here? and push like an empty string and simply add up over here, like num string of id -1 plus equal my my TMP would be my L dot actually the ID itself. ID -1 to string a string, and there you go. The fuck is going on there? Precisely. Oh right, because this also pushes on the dots, right? So this should be only if and only if my TMP is of type val. Of course. What was the easy way to check the type of this operator? Because I don't want to match. Match looks ugly. TMP.match. Oh, I could let if let val equals. Actually, it wasn't like that. It was disk dot val l equals TMP. Then this works. Of course, I don't care about the value. By the way, isn't this the ID? Yes, it is. Rather L. Okay, now we have the list of precise matches. And I don't need the regex again. Because I can just find. Well, actually, I need regex because I don't. Even if I find it, I don't know where it would be. So then this can become an iter and a rev, and it will print backwards. Good. Now that it print it backwards, we want to make every time a number. Gonna copy every time a number regex. Correct? Correct. Other, actually not. This here should be the number. Can I plus my num here? Astra. Wait, can't I put... This is a string, so... Yeah. Okay, so... We get this match. Then we can get the cap, so we can get the capture. Let cap equals... Can I get it in one go? Can I just say... Let match equals... So num red dot captures for my string disk dot iter dot next Dot unwrap. This will give me an option capture. Okay, I need to unwrap this. Need to double unwrap it. I think like I'm doing an involution here. Okay, so there's the match, right? Now I would like to print my match just so that I can be safe that we are doing the correct thing. This should be the same thing. All right. Okay. Now at this point we have the precise match. We have to use the same function to get the spaces. Check. We will check that the space exists and we will print it out if it does. Space. We probably don't need space, we probably just need a dash and extra to understand that we are in the correct place. Okay, so 99 has 3 points, this was 3, this has 4, this has 2, this has 3, this has 3. Okay, you always loop back to the first one, but that's okay. Now we have all this put together, we would want to do replace. Replace num, actually match space a string timer sleep. There you go. Actually replace the space with the num and then the num with the space. Okay, let's say let tmp1, then we put tmp1 over here. Does this work? No, it doesn't. Why does the first replace doesn't work? Okay, replace is disappointing. Rust is killing me. So he replaced every time 99. Why? Oh, because this does every pattern of another string. Oh no. No, 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 no. By the way, this also kills my finesse over here. Which is unlucky. Is there any better way? Okay, replace range. Replace range. Replace range is very promising. Replace first n matches of a string. Actually, I think I'm gonna replace range. Replace range looks good. Remove the specific range in the string and replace it with a given string. And we will get the self, the range, and the replace with. So the self will be string disk, which we don't need to pass because it's up intuitively passed. I guess. So beta offset. Yes, two arguments. So this here is my num.aString. Actually, it's num match. Okay. And the other thing is this. So beta offset is find, unwrap, get the len. Actually, let's try with my space dot end. See how it goes. Range bounds. Oh, okay. So this is a space dot start space dot end. Mismatch types instead of the output of replace and range. This replaces and place. Arguments are incorrect. Of course, a string. Cannot borrow string as mutable because also borrowed as immutable. Respect. Can't I just clone in this case? All right, the end should have like the let end equals. It would be space dot end minus the different in length, so it would be nummatch dot len minus nummatch the space match. God damn it. Rather the contrary, so space dot len minus num match dot len. Okay, this looks good. Now this should be reversed. So I would want to change the num match dot start up until num match dot end. So I already know this. I already know this won't work how I want it. Yes, because it will multiply my points. I need to give in the substring of my points. So this would be 0 up until the num match dot len. Consider borrowing here. Okay. Now at this point, this looks like a beauty. Of course, it doesn't work because now I'm not doing it. Because I'm doing it on an unpacked disk, but I should doing on a string disk. I guess I can do it on the chars. So I don't need even the match at this point. I can just have the L, which would be a character. I can enumerate this, can't I? Okay. I, L. And by this point, we should let some num equals, we parse it, right? So L dot parse. There was a way. Am I doing this in this file? L to digit. There you go. L to digit. All right, I should say 10, say this space 10. Else, we can fuck off. Right. Probably it's easier just say, because I don't quite care if let this and sum plus equal num times I. Can multiply mismatch types. Expect U32 found U sides. So U32. Should this be a big deal? Why did I say U32? Okay, we can disable the thread. We don't need that now. Okay, this didn't work. Or did it? Don't even remember what was the example. 2858. Okay, that's good. We're gonna remove some prints. I'm just gonna keep one to see. Actually, let's see if it's fast enough. Okay, it isn't. Let's print out rather than the disk. Sure. Then now that would work. Kinda slow, but not good. So this number didn't match. How is that even possible? Like I put them there. Should be no way in hell that doesn't work. 998, 998, yeah. But this guy didn't match. I mean, I could just say if you don't match, fuck off, but should match. It should be impossible to not match. Unless I have some wacky logic going on here. Okay, so see, there's a 3000, there's a 29, there's a 328s, and so on and so forth. So by some way, wait. Okay, good. I managed to unwrap wrong one. Is the 12s 12s? Is this the big deal? How can it be none? Shouldn't be none. Oh, wait. Am I keeping this up? Should be breaking at some point. Forgot about the break. Yeah. So should be if. Should be if my space dot end is bigger or equal to my num match dot start. We fuck off. Still get up to none. It happens before. Oh, because it will still match. Oh, because this 21. This is also 21, by the way. Fuck. The sub matches. How can I say regex match exact string? This thing. Yeah, I see. Because this will be like 21, let's say. We have 12, 12, 12. This is what happens. That means if I say this and this, what the fuck was that? What did he say? Can I say exactly match this? Oh, that's bad. That's actually terrible. Yeah, as long as I get a sub match, then it will fuck up everything. Because I'm getting a sub match. Well, that control should still hold up, I believe. I don't know. Hold your horses because this is not the problem. Yeah, but how do I... Because I matched... I matched over here 21, which is correct. I guess I could check. I should check if my match has some. I can check if my match has some stuff around. Like I have the start and the end, so would be like if clone dot num match and get the. Can I do get? Can I do like that? Different than if is equal to dot astr. Can I say get one? Wait. So let some prefix if let some prefix, which would be my string, so my clone dot get one, then we should be able to do some stuff here. Yeah, okay, so don't call that chars and nth, where nth is 1 equals to dot. Is this a turn like an option? Yes, of course. If some prefix equals clone dot chars dot nth, where nth is my num match dot start -1. So if this guy exists. Also, if you have a suffix, if you have a prefix, and this prefix is, so if the prefix is different than a dot and the suffix different, also if this is, if prefix, god damn it, if prefix is different than a dot, you're supposed to continue. Now, this whole shebang, the same thing with the suffix. All right. So if the suffix is different, but in this case it will be like and last one. See if this crashes again. Still does. Attempt to subtract with overflow. 73. Oh yes. Okay, yes, doesn't work because it could also be a number. So the sub-match idea doesn't work with that. I'm gonna keep it here because we might still need it, but this doesn't work. So yeah, we have a sub-match problem. How do I don't see any feasible way as of now to take it. This sub-match. Yeah, this sub-match is a big problem. Maybe I should not match the entire string. Maybe I should always sub-match some portion of the string, like the from the beginning of from the end of the string, the minus how long the string I have. The other way I can think of this is simply I could make like an array. So I could make like an array of every single string, and every single string and space, and simply swap them out. Because I already have an array of that. Right, so instead of working with the whole array, I can just simply work with every single string, check up the len, swap them out. But again, I don't want to swap everything out. I only want to swap partially. I think there's some solution to this. I could match only like one portion. This is an interesting problem. Yeah, so back to regexes suck in this context because I can't even check if there's nothing around. There can be a number and it could be valid. Like this is so close to good. The other way around what I can get about this is actually I can take it only the one that's one match. No, that doesn't work. Actually, rather than next, is there any way to get the last one? They're like last. Because I assume it's the first. Can't I just take the last? No harm in trying. Yeah, I don't need to print this much. See if it crashes. Still get us that much. But one interesting information that I have, I know where the string will end. Let's say let last end equal, in this case, string this.len -1, right? Okay. Right, so we can get the len of this. And instead of passing the whole string, we're gonna plot just the substring from 0 up until my last len. So this should change nothing because it's always the same. Guess I don't need to do the -1. Right. Now, last length should be my non-match that end. Of course, it's not mutable, but that's not a big deal. Again, this changes nothing. Let's try to run it like that. That's surprising. Not gonna lie, I'm kinda surprised that this worked badly. Because my thought would be, if I eliminate the bigger ones, I shouldn't have problem with my last. My last should always be the correct string. But apparently it isn't true. Why does this work like that? Shouldn't I be giving it this index? Wait, white is end, no, it's start. Same thing. Yeah, so this is a 9 dot. A 9, 8. The fuck? What am I even? Yeah, so this one checks out. So all 9s, and then I start to match over here. But already, this number doesn't check at all. Because if I copy this, does this even match? Yes, it does. Because I figure out now I was printing the, so this is array. This is my match. Okay. So yeah, this one matched perfectly. This one also should match perfectly. But it gets me an 8. If I say num start match. Why an 8? Yeah, so I match correct ones. Actually, to check it out, but let's print something a little bit bigger rather than getting the -1. So I know this should be over here, right? Okay, so the match is correct. I have the 9, but let's say print +10. Ok. Oi, no, dimmi. Ah, ok, ho capito. Arrivo. Sì, sì, sì. Va bene. Ciao, ciao. Ciao, ciao. God damn it, mom. Well, yes. Anyway, I'm gonna try this up and then we have to move on because I have to go to job and my mom forgot her computer and I have to also bring that to her. So that doesn't look good. Okay, let's say that I match at the start. And I get 5 back. Change surrounding to this. And I go like match at start -5. Of course, we don't need to unwrap now. And sets for value of type str cannot be known at compile time. The trait states not meant in str. But this is a string, not a... I swear, man. I swear. Well, we will go one by one then. Actually, we can go a for loop. Zero dot 10 dot rev. Actually, don't need to rev it. And we would print it like that. And it's going to be -I. Take a look. Okay, so this checks out. The fuck? Wait. Right, so this checks out. This doesn't, however. Out of sheer curiosity, am I also misunderstanding how start and end goes. This should be a starting string. Okay, so apparently getting fucked up somehow. Let's see what happens for the last. Okay, it's going to be doing this that len minus 1 minus I. And I should start to 1 so it doesn't blow up in my face. And let's see what's going on. Wait, this wasn't moved. That's surprising. And disappointing. Yep, this isn't moved, by the way. So I'm placing these prints in the wrong place. Be more like here. These new lines, I meant. So 50 is not enough. Let's say 120. Well, first off, the most evident problem is this doesn't get replaced. Second interesting problem is we have the 999. Okay. Let's, by the way, print them in the same direction. Perhaps this should help. If it doesn't crash. Okay. So we match 999. We match this. Leave. Can't I just put star here? Yeah. So we match this. Good. Then we match that. But my substitution don't work. Somehow. Alright, I guess there's no place for it. Yeah, that makes sense. There's no place for it. It's okay. Problem that I have now is why does it still crash? Like this guy here. Tells me that there's no number, but I'm looking at it. Guys, this has been fun, but my time has been cut short like 10 minutes, so let's see if we can raid somebody else. There are some people, so I always will enjoy raiding somebody. if there is anyone that is doing the advent. Yeah, 53 viewers, we don't rate that. 17. Guy.
Of the current coordinates
What's
is
his name?
equal to uniqueify coordinates of
Pained. Interesting. Well, thank you for watching today. We
That's what I
will
want to
be
append
back
to it.
tomorrow. Still stuck on this day. So that's how it goes sometimes. Bye.